We're here with Eric Robson at the TSSG. Eric, if you just want to introduce yourself and tell us what you do here.
Yep, I'm the Research Unit Manager for the Data Mining and Social Computing Group here in the TSSG.
So why don't you tell us a bit about what data mining means?
Okay, so data mining means extracting information from masses and masses of data. So if you take any environment that collects a lot of data, so talk about maybe telecoms environment or maybe online retail stores, they all collect huge amounts of data, all about the transactions that happen on a daily basis. So whenever you make a telephone call, whenever you make any kind of online transaction, all this information is recorded, and we can then en masse and in an aggregated fashion analyse what all these transactions mean. And then we'll be able to uncover, is there any kind of hidden patterns in these transactions that might relate to something.
Surrounding data mining, what kind of services can you and the TSSG offer people who are interested in the area?
Yep. So essentially, a lot of companies come in here to the TSSG and they hear about data mining and they wonder, well, what can it do for them? We take each company on an individual basis, we sit them down, we chat to them, we figure out what data that they process, what do they do essentially, and what can we do to help them. So like we have a company coming in at the moment, they have a huge amount of data. They want our help in data warehousing. So how can they manage all this data together? How can they produce valuable reports out of all this data? So we're going to work with these guys, it's over about a year and a half, and help them develop a significant data warehousing project that should seriously benefit their business.
So I suppose from a telecoms perspective, one of the more interesting and currently one of the new and exciting uses for data mining and predictive analytics is kind of in mobile advertising.
Yes.
And that has led a lot of consumers to be aware that they're being watched by various different agencies. Is there actually a security risk here for the consumer, for the average person?
There is an element of a security risk, with pretty much the same element that we continue with all our day-to-day lives. You know, when we go to a shop, we purchase stuff, and we purchase stuff on our Tesco Club card, let's say. Tesco then use all this information to create an aggregate of of what my buying habits are. So in the same thing, when we get to the online model and the mobile model, we can, as you interact, say, with your social network, with Facebook or with LinkedIn, Facebook are collecting all those interactions, who you've been speaking to. Like, we've all been in maybe the situation when you're writing an email in Gmail, and maybe you're talking to your friend about a particular car that you want to buy, and then suddenly an ad for that car pops up on the right hand side. That's where we have Google doing its analytics in the background on the content of what you're typing. So in effect, it is fairly scary, but hopefully the people that do it are doing it for our benefit, into producing advertisements that we would like to see, instead of advertisements that bore us or that pass straight over us.